This is the Nightmare Ethel Auto setup, free-to-play, or as close as free-to-play as you can get, because your unit choices are pretty restricted given the mechanics of this fight, but we'll go over all the different units that you can use. We have level 5 Secretariat's Blessing, which means that the little ads cannot transform, they can't change colors, and that is really, really nice, because it means that she's not going to go into that phase where when they're both dark, she takes like no damage. This means that we can kill her a lot faster, and that has a lot of implications of the fight. We don't have to keep the ads perma-provoked anymore because she dies before they take too many turns. In my setup, they only take 3 turns, and you need to provoke like total, so they take 3 turns in total. There's 6 turns between them. They need to be provoked for 2 of those 6 turns, and 1 of those provokes has to be within the first 4. So really not that hard to provoke them anymore. This is with like my damage setup, which is like people probably have better damage units than this. For your provokers, since this is the most important slot, Helene Liu is of course still best in slot because she's dark, so she ignores 15%, and she has 100% provoke AoE on her S3. The big thing is you don't need her to be like 310 speed anymore. Let's say you don't really use her for PvP, you can just slap her on like 250 speed gear or probably 200 speed gear and it's fine. So that is really, really nice, but not a lot of people are going to have her since she's in LL5. Your other options, I think the best in slot is actually technically Senya. This is because while her S3 isn't 100%, her S3 is only a, I think, 85% chance to provoke. She gets counterattack, so if you miss the provoke on the ad, you'll counterattack, which does have 100% provoke. Again, these odds are subject to 15% because she is not dark, but that gives her the highest provoke rate, actually, which is a little bit surprising. It's because of the counter, you do have to factor that in. Besides Senya, your other options, Cecilia is somebody I would expect more people to have built. She does have a 100% AoE provoke on her S3. There is also Bellion, 100% AoE provoke on her S3. And then your redirected provokers, you have Fairy Tale Tenebria, and that's pretty much it. There are some really dumb options that you don't want to do, like Witch of the Mirror Tenebria has a 25% chance to roll redirected provoke on her S3. Let's not do that. And then I don't even have her. Fire Maya is actually not that bad, but her provoke isn't 100%, so let's not bother with that either on her S3. And again, like they're all subject to 15%, but you might as well use higher odds. And the super dumb option is using Elbrus Ritual Sword plus counter set and praying that you proc. That has a lot of problems because you have to let them attack you first, and if they're provoked, they can't attack, which means that you only have like 1 chance to provoke them, or you have 2 chances, but you can't provoke the same ad twice. So you have to provoke each ad. The odds of it working are not very high. The only units that really work with that are Fallen Cecilia and Pillis are the ones I would probably recommend. Anyways, let's take a look at everybody's stats. I'll show 2 runs, one with Cecilia, one with Senya. I think those are probably like your best bets for doing this. Helene Liu is probably just the best overall option. And for the DPS slots too, if you have other like evasion units, use them. You should be trying to use stuff like Blizzard Charles, Remnant Violet, those sorts of things. And if you're using Helene Liu here, of course, you can use Fene in place of Commander Lorina. Commander Lorina does have one slight issue where sometimes Ethel hits her, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's take a look at their stats, starting off with Wanda. Wanda, pretty much just basic speed DPS gear. Not too much to say about her. I did give her Song of Stars, but I'm probably going to remove this in the future and put this back on an Expedition unit. You really don't need that much damage, she's just here as an option for DPS. You Kid Adin. Ideally, you do want an evasion, like an actual evasion unit in the front slot. Adin works out nicely because you'll get a free counter attack in when the boss attacks her. This is just basic Adin gear with Shepherd of the Hollow. Her E doesn't really matter too much. Commander Lorina. This is the Commander Lorina I use for Otherworld Breach, but I swapped her artifact over to a damage boost artifact. And then we have Cecilia, who probably does not need to be this fast, but She, I don't know exactly how fast she needs to be. You just need her to land provoke twice. So ideally, make sure she's able to S3 again before the ad take their third turn. So we missed one provoke there, which kind of sucks, but we'll have another chance afterwards. Taking a look at that fight, my Cecilia got a full extra turn in. She definitely does not need to be that fast, though I'm still not sure exactly how fast she needs to be. Let's take a look at what happens if we use Senya. Senya, this is my Senya stats. She's at 208 speed, so we'll see how well that works out. Well, we landed both provokes, but you'll see them attack on the next turn, and we can see the counter. 2 provokes is already enough for us to clear, though. There we landed the provoke, and yeah, that's why Senya is actually technically the best in slot, I think. And also, taking a look here, 208 speed is actually enough to cut them before they take yet another turn. So for your Cecilia, like, you really don't need to be that fast. Same thing with Senya. Probably 210 is a good benchmark to aim for.